Yo, what up, Mercs? We here for another episode of Mercs on the Mic. We got part 2 of great bonus features from Deadpool and Wolverine. Bow! Came out October 22nd. So, just watch a couple more bonus features. I'm not going to get to all of them because, again, I want you guys to experience some of these by yourselves. But I'm going to watch probably 2 more. Probably the Wolverine one, and then the Loose Ends Legacy Heroes. And then that's it. Let you guys get into it. So, yeah, let's just dive right into the Wolverine one.
I started pitching movies to Kevin Feige and Marvel right after Disney bought Fox. Ironically, I pitched him a Deadpool Wolverine movie, but Wolverine was kind of a non-starter because of Logan.
Your anchor being died in an act of self-sacrifice so epic that it sent shivers down the timeline.
I had always been very vocal with you that he had one of the best endings of any fictional character ever.
That's
and
very
I told
true.
him, that is so amazing what he was able to accomplish in Logan. That's what we were striving for with Robert Downey Jr. in Endgame, is to give this incredible, iconic fictional character an amazing ending.
Oh, this is what it feels like.
I really thought when we finished Logan, I'm really proud of the film. I'm proud of what we created. And I meant what I said when I was done. And then 2022, I was driving to the beach and like a bolt of lightning came. I want to do Wolverine Deadpool. Sorry, Ryan. That's how I see the title. By the way.
I know you, bub.
Nope. I know you.
Everybody knows me. I'm the Wolverine.
The inclusion of Wolverine in this Deadpool movie suddenly gave it its lifeblood, suddenly gave it its undeniable reason to exist.
This Logan is the same. He can do anything, even musicals. Look. And bonus, he's actually wearing a costume like he's not embarrassed to be in a superhero movie for once. The stress I had as one of the writers.
I'm not going to lie, when he came out of that portal for the first time in the banana suit, that's what Deadpool calls it, so the banana suit. But no, his iconic blue and yellow suit, bro, I was so hyped in the theaters. Finally getting to see Wolverine in his comic book accurate suit. It was crazy.
Of the movie was finding the access point into Wolverine that does 2 things. That one allows audiences to connect with a character that they've known for more than 2 decades, but also does something different with the character that hasn't yet been done.
I am wearing this suit. And that means a lot of things, but most of all, it means I'm an X-Man.
Hugh Jackman as Wolverine, you could make a strong case that the entire superhero movie industry is built on that performance, because that performance in X-Men showed everyone, if you take these characters seriously and get them on the screen as they're loved and written in the comic book world, it works.
Especially being Gambit. Mm-hmm.
Well, that suit says different.
And Blade.
I don't think I fully understood what it meant to the wider world. I was not a comic book fan in particular growing up. I had never heard of X-Men. And in some ways, I'm really glad I didn't know, because I really approached Logan as I would any other character. Yes, he had claws coming in. Yes, he could heal himself, and he had kind of crazy hair. But for me, it was just another character to embody and all the humanness of him.
Say hi to your friends for me.
He brings such a gravitas to this character. It's so real. It's so emotional. I remember talking to him about some of the story paths we were going down, and he was just so excited because he felt like he was scratching an itch with this character that he always wanted to scratch.
You might not know it, but you're a good man, Logan.
You might not know it, but apparently I'm the worst, Logan.
In the first script that we wrote, Hugh sent us a 10-minute voice memo, which I don't recommend sending a 10-minute voice memo to anyone. But the idea that he was the worst Wolverine is the thing that came of Hugh's voice memo. It was such a great access point for us, because you not only have the worst Wolverine, but you have a Wolverine that is finally, after 24 years, wearing the yellow suit, wandering around set like Admiral Banana.
A banana, yeah, I told you.
When I got in the yellow and blue, I knew immediately it would work. It felt amazing. I felt more grounded, deeper, connected than I ever had before in the 24 years.
Holy shit! You save the good stuff for special occasions?
Killing mostly.
I was astonished at how We never tried it, never looked at it. But when I see it, particularly with that cowl, I feel more than ever before, Hugh Jackman, is lost, gone. It's just Wolverine.
What's with the suit? First thing I did when I flamed out, I took mine off.
Drop it.
It's not that ugly.
Stop talking about
Did you
my
make it
suit.
yourself? Been there. Oh
funny.
my God. The legends are true.
Yo, this scene right
In
here
the
was
script,
crazy.
we find a few Wolverine
Wolverine.
variants. It wasn't until we showed Sean, like, oh, here's what we're thinking. And then all of a sudden it's like, well, let's get the John Byrne brown and tan costume.
Yeah.
Let's
This
get
was a great idea.
Wolverine on the cross. Let's get Wolverine. Let's get, like,
Old Man Logan.
Old Man Logan.
We hit some like real deep cut comic fans to start
Right.
digging out these Logan variants.
It's not you. We're just going in a different direction.
That's a recipe for humor.
Oh my God, your hair.
It's certainly a recipe for conflict, which is also funny.
No makeup Monday. Good for you.
In the case of our movie, it's a recipe for violence.
John Byrne, brown and tan. Now, you fought the Hulk in this outfit, no? I'm Marvel Jesus, you dull creature, and I will not. Yes! I've always said if he doesn't want to put the claws back on again, I will. Is that what you really want? Because he's an actor that is like a Swiss Army knife and can kind of do anything at any moment and pivot in strange and wonderful ways, he kind of gave the license for Sean and I to really explore a slightly different version of Wolverine. Wow! You really are the worst one.
I have never been so happy to wake up in the morning and go to a set in my life. I've never laughed so much.
So good, Leslie.
And when you're playing Wolverine, it's really great to be able to laugh in between takes. And when you're with Ryan and Sean, we did, but there was a freedom.
I like this guy.
We supported each other. We played, it felt new and fresh. And it was the most fun I've ever had playing the part.
We're just getting started.
That's so dope. I'm so glad he came back to play him one more time. Well, until he's 90, from what we've heard. But it's good to see him back on the screen as Wolverine. Because when I picture Wolverine, I picture Hugh Jackman. All right, so let's jump into the Loose Ends Legacy Heroes one. This will be the last one, but let's get into it.
Everyone here is on the run from Goliath. Most don't make it. There's a resistance, though. Other people like us that manage to survive.
We had legacy heroes that show up in the void, which was really, really fun for us.
We set up a war room at
Damn,
Marvel in the office, and we made flashcards with pictures and characters from every single one of the Fox movies, the Sony movies, and we were just going through the history of all the films, trying to figure out who would be perfect for this.
There are surprise appearances in this movie where when we pitch them early on, we're like, yeah, well, that would be amazing to get that person, but I mean, it's never going to happen. And then every one of them happened. And you know how? We asked. It was the damnedest thing. People love them some Deadpool.
Ready.
Good, right?
Very ready to go.
And we got a murderer's row of characters that made so many shoot days more than fun. It made them pinch me level surreal.
You don't know what it's like to see.
There's a whole universe out there of characters that never really got their ending. That's kind of how we chose the legacy heroes in the void.
I hope
That's
you're not
cool.
expecting too much screen time. I'm thinking Pratt and Love and Thunder and a second more.
Chris and I sort of have a history of trading cameos in movies.
You're not going to love what happens next.
Oh my God.
Oh,
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my God. He's going to say it. He's going to say it.
He's going to say
what?
Avengers. Flame on!
I'm sorry, what? I wrote this setup for him where Deadpool sort of talks about him as the ultimate trash talker, that it's not me.
Like you said in The Convoy, this finger-licking, dead-inside pixie slab of third-rate dime store nut milk can eat your delicious cinnamon ring and kick rocks all the way to bald hell.
Okay, I have never said any of those words in my entire life.
The modesty.
And I wrote this tag for Chris. Initially, I just wrote it to trick and manipulate Chris into saying yes. It's like, but there's also this scene that, and then it became something that was like really funny, actually. And I was like, actually, this has to be in the movie. And Chris only agreed to do the movie as long as that tag stays in the movie, which I don't blame him at all.
I won't be happy until I've urinated on her freshly barbecued corpse and husk fucked the charred remains while gargling juggernauts jugging nuts.
Wow.
And you can quote me.
Okay.
stepping
funny.
back into Elektra has been a total trip. I played Elektra 21 years ago. So I had not picked up a sai other than like to show off for my kids' friends. Like I used to tell my kids' friends, I'm a ninja, and I would pull them out and they'd be like, ugh. But I hadn't done anything like that in years and years and years. It's so fun.
Wesley is Blade to me, and ushered
Yes,
in
he is.
a whole era and took risks back then that hadn't really been done. This is a character that Wesley, in large part, created.
This version of my Blade, I thought I'd make him a little more comfortable with himself. You know, in the first ones, he was a little more angry and he had chips on his shoulders and he had a lot of issues. Figured time has passed. He's had plenty of therapy. So now he's issueless.
I was born ready.
Smiling and having a great time being who he is.
There's only ever been one Blade. It's only ever going to be
one Blade.
It's great.
They call me the Gambit.
Did they? You sure you didn't just really want them to, but it never quite worked out?
I've been dancing around Gambit for almost close to like 20 years now. I'd done truly anything to actually walk onto screen as Gambit just even one time.
You want me to look intense or you want me to look like really chill like that every time?
You tell me, man. I am trusting your instincts.
Even my childhood, I was playing Gambit. My dad's from New Orleans. And I was the kid that was grabbing like my dad's duster, my dad's raincoat. I had a pack of cards and I was always chucking them at my friends and like doing the whole thing.
Talk, or I'm going to start dealing.
I just felt like we just played the highest stakes, like make-believe game that you could possibly play.
I didn't want to stop yesterday. Everybody was like tired. I was like, do we have to go home? Do I have to take it off?
With Laura, because I played her at such a young age, she's sort of embedded in me in a way, and she's been waiting to come out again. Don't make me regret it. Finding this new, like more mature, older Laura was very interesting because she's still like intrinsically, nature-wise, she's still that like wild, feral character, but also at the same time, she's now grown and she's got more management of her emotions in a way. And she's also, to me, it seems like Logan softened her. It was good to see you again, Logan. This film felt like a real team effort. I think we were all just very, very happy to be there.
That's what I'm talking about. Big slow motion fight. You guys all working together, sad music, who knows if you lived or died, that sort of thing. Who's ready?
We should just go film it if you're comfortable with that.
They all kind of took the initiative to do everything they could to prepare for this, but also they knew they really wanted to deliver for the fans who have lived with these characters for 20 years.
They all came a week early just to like rehearse and do the fight sequence over and over and over again, which I thought was a real testament to their work ethic and dedication.
People underestimate what it takes to be an action actor and how athletic you have to be, how in condition you have to be. You know, they take it kind of for granted, you know, until they come on set and try to do it themselves. And then they see what's up.
Once you go here, the last two are quick. I box a lot when I'm getting ready to do any kind of action. It's great for your arms. It just is incredible. Just it helps your whole body move when you're fighting. And then more strength, more cardio, more running, just to be ready for whatever they threw at me.
Jump, jump, stab, and then when I do this, I'm driving us back.
I still work out on a regular basis at home, so I still kind of keep myself in, I guess you can say, blade condition. But, you know, it's still challenging. It's like a fighter who hasn't been in the ring for a while. You still have the skill sets, but you're rusty. Your timing might be just a little off.
I know that.
And God knows, the next day after you film and you fight, you are so.
You got to do it a couple times before you knock the rust off.
I've done martial arts since I was like 9. I've tricked and flipped and stuff all my life and like break dance. So it's all like a part of movement. And some of it I've played around with since I've been a kid, you know, doing backflips off chain link fences and things and on dares. And so I feel like I've been training for this stuff my whole life just for fun.
Everything looks good. Yes.
Doing the stunt training really helped me find her again in a way, because she's such a physical character that you have to find her from there. That like iconic stance had to feel cleaner, that sort of like precision of like, and here she is.
They just did such an incredible job with the costumes. This is a different costume, a lot less skin, Elektra always had a lot more midriff showing, which we wouldn't need that now. That's not necessary. Elektra's had 3 kids, but I feel great. I'm happy in it. I can move, and it still looks like Elektra, which I love. And the big difference is I'm not wearing heels. I said I just don't know if my 51-year-old feet can fight in high heels all day. I don't know if I could do it, so I'm in a bit of a wedge.
This costume is a little different from the one we had before. It's less shiny. Yeah, it's less sparkly. I don't have the same drip that I had in the other ones. Putting it on, you start to see where your body's changed, where you need to still improve or, build up. And thank God for muscle suits.
Just stay on our 6 and get inside. We'll make sure you get the package.
And we'll get our ending.
I put on the costume and I was like, oh, this is sick. She feels so different. And I put the glasses on. I was like, she feels the exact same. And the backpack. And it was very surreal. It's like we were back on set for Logan and no time had passed and we were just doing it again.
For Gambit, we just basically decided, like, all right, we're just going to do exactly what he looks like in the comics. Like, I mean,
great idea.
And
awesome idea.
The magicians that work on this movie just figured it out.
Spot on.
To like the pattern on the chest plate to like the headgear.
Bill Corso, man. Like, we all just had to go, hey, Bill, how do you do it? And he's just like, just use it as prosthetics. You just glue it down.
It's extraordinary what they pulled together. I still can't believe it.
Oh, how long I waited for this. Woo, I'm about to make a name for myself.
Sean and Ryan have dreamed of this moment of all of us coming together to fight for them and help them accomplish their goals. And to watch Sean and Ryan get so excited about their dream becoming a reality in front of their eyes is really awesome.
I bet it was.
Some of my favorite moments in the movie are standing shoulder to shoulder with those guys.
It's fun. It's gruesome. It's a blast. We got the biggest playground there is, which is we're in the MCU, baby. Was everything we dreamed of.
It was more than everything we dreamed of. It's literally 50 times better than I ever dreamed.
Well done. Well done.
Ryan and Sean have truly given me a gift that I probably will never be able to pay them back for.
Love you guys. Thank you for this.
All right,
That's so cool. I'm so glad they came to, at least from what we know right now, play the characters for one last time and obviously help Channing Tatum be able to fulfill his dream of playing Gambit. I always thought that was pretty cool. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. Like I said, those were the last 2 bonus features that I will be sharing. Because, again, I want you guys to go out there and get a copy for yourself. And continue to support. Because the MCU is what we make it. And this was perfection. And I'm looking forward to see what they have in store for Deadpool and Wolverine in the MCU. But again, I hope you guys enjoyed. Make sure you guys hit that like and subscribe button. And if this is your first time, welcome. Make sure you click it. Click that button. Bling. Subscribe. Bling bong. But again, I'm out of here. And catch you guys on the next video. J Pool out.